Let's talk Tanya for the first of Tishrei, the first day of Rosh Hashanah of a leap year. In today's Tanya, we begin chapter 20 of Igeres HaKodesh, somewhat of a famous chapter in Tanya, known to be very deep, very complex, and very Kabbalistical. We'll see what we can do with it over the coming week or so when we're learning it. This chapter was written by the Alter Rebbe in the days right before he passed away, and it covers the system of creation. It gives us a better understanding of how creation comes into being. And the ultimate point of this chapter is to talk about the greatness of the tachtonim of the lowest level. Obviously, the lowest level of creation is our world. And as we know from earlier on in Tanya, that God, the reason why he created everything was because he wanted a dira b'tachtonim. He wanted to have a dwelling place in the lowest realm, which is our physical world. But up until this point, we took it, so to say, on faith. God wants this world. Yes, it is the lowest realm, but nevertheless, he wants it. In this chapter, the Alter Rebbe is going to explain what exactly is the value in the lowest realm. What exactly is the value of our physical world? And actually, the Alter Rebbe is going to talk not only about our world, but how in every single level and every single world, there's always the value to the lowest dimension within that given dimension or world. And this is fascinating in and of itself, that here is the Alter Rebbe in the days before he's about to pass away, the days before his neshama is about to go up to the higher worlds, to more spiritual and lofty worlds. And what is on the mind of the Alter Rebbe? What is he thinking about and what is he writing about? Specifically, the value of this world, our physical world, and the advantage of being here in this world and being able to do physical mitzvahs. The larger idea that we're going to have in this chapter is that there is something called Bria Yesh Mi'ayin. Bria Yesh Mi'ayin means creation, something from nothing. And we are really going to figure out exactly what that means in the coming days and how that happens. But the big idea over here is that Bria Yesh Mi'ayin, the ability to create something from nothing, is something which is within the ability of the infinite God himself. In our world, and in all of creation, there doesn't exist the idea of Bria Yesh Mi'ayin, creation something from nothing. This is something which is only in the hands of God. So wherever there is that power of Bria Yesh Mi'ayin, wherever you find that, we know that this is a level where the infinite light of God is revealed in that level. And as it will turn out, as we will see as the chapter proceeds, it is always within the lowest level of any given dimension, and in the greatest way in our world, where we have the revelation of God's power to create Yesh Mi'ayin, something from nothing. But we're going to start this conversation talking about the world of Atzilus. The world of Atzilus is the world of godliness, and eventually we're going to figure out how the lowest level of the world of Atzilus is where the infinite light of God is revealed. But before we get there, let's talk a little about the world of Atzilus itself. The world of Atzilus contains within it the 10 attributes of God. And the attributes of God, they are a combination of what we call oiris and kalim, which is energies and vessels. The energy is the infinite light of God, which shines in the world of Atzilus. The infinite light of God then unites with the vessels, the kalim. The vessels are chachma, bina, das, chesed, gevura, teferes, etc. Wisdom, understanding, knowledge, kindness, severity, compassion, etc. And these vessels, what they do is they take the infinite light of God, which the light of God doesn't have obviously any definition or any limitation, and limits them by, so to say, coloring them, that now the infinite light of God, now it comes down and it is packaged as kindness or wisdom or understanding or severity, whatever it may be. And the two together, the oiris and the kalim, the energies and the vessels, together they combine in order to create all of creation. And once again, the fact that we have this creation of Yesh Mi'ayin, the creation of something from nothing, is obviously because in the world of Atzilus and the spheres, the attributes of the world of Atzilus, they're absolutely one and united with God, because again, the ability to create Yesh Mi'ayin, something from nothing, is only from the infinite light of God. Now, before we continue on this conversation, there's going to be a question that we need to answer, which is, we're talking about something from nothing. What does that even mean? Something from nothing? How can there be something other than God? Isn't everything ultimately bottled and nullified to God? How can we even be talking about a something other than God? And that is a question that Alter Rebbe will answer in tomorrow's Tanya.